Sheldon Creed out front. The ARCA Racing Series presented by Menards. It's the Papa Nicholas Coffee 150. Creed leads by about 3 seconds over Chase Purdy, Harrison Burton, Gus Dean, Christian Eckes rounding out the top 5. I think I mentioned earlier that Eckes won at Daytona. He won at Salem, and trying to win his second of the season. As you look at the 40 of Anthony Alfredo, one of those 5 cars running out of the MDM stable.
Yeah, his debut here, doing a real nice job. Solid run tonight for Anthony Alfredo. Drove last year in the late model series for Dale Jr. Actually finished second in the Cars Tour points. Won a couple races in the Cars Tour, driving for Dale Jr. as a teammate to Josh Berry, and moved over to MDM to run the K&N series full-time this year, and making his ARCA debut tonight. Nice job by Anthony.
You mentioned Josh Berry. That's another guy that he can wheel it.
Sure can.
Good
Seems
racer.
like every time he goes to the racetrack, he wins.
Yep. Good racer. Less than 20 to go here at Gateway. The midway point in the ARCA season. This is race 10 of 20. Next week at Chicagoland Speedway.
See that yellow car? That's Joe Graff. Remember, we saw him get to the outside wall, battling with Riley Herbst. He lost the spot to Travis Brayton. Actually passed Travis back a couple laps ago, not trying to chase down the 40 of Anthony Alfredo. That's Chad Bryant Racing. That's the team formerly known as Cunningham Motorsports, who won the championship a couple years ago with Chase Briscoe. Chad Bryant bought that team out from Cunningham and is doing a nice job. Joe's really run well. Did not run Daytona, but has been solid ever since. Had that great second place finish at Talladega, lost by a 1/10,000th of a second, I think, and then had a great third place run at Hickory as well. But solid top 10 finishes throughout the year here for Joe Graff.
Yeah, 3 top 5s. For 4th, nice battle there between Gus Dean and Eckes. Eckes has been up front and led 35 laps tonight, but on a restart, he and Sheldon Creed fighting over position, and Eckes just ran out of room, got up the track and lost 3 or 4 spots, and that's why he finds himself back in the 5th position.
See, Riley Herbst now closing in on this battle. Remember, both the 15 of Eckes and the 18 of Riley Herbst doing double duty this weekend. Will run the truck race tomorrow night that we'll have on FS1.
Oh, getting inside there, the 20. That's Tony Breidinger, the 18-year-old, running her 2nd race here in the ARCA Series. Made her debut last week at Madison, finished 10th. She'll also run next week at Chicago.
Having a solid run right now, running on 12th spot. If we get a caution flag, she's the only car 1 lap down, so she would be in line to get the free pass, but laps are running out.
Riding on board with Riley Herbst. Passed a lot of cars tonight. I mentioned he spun on the 1st lap trying to get inside for a position. Had to go to the tail. Received a penalty after coming to pit road, and then passing the pace car. Had to sit on pit road, get held for a lap, and again has marched his way back well inside the top 10. Herbst has had a fast race car tonight, just hasn't been able to get it in the position to lead.
Yeah, I think he has a faster car right now than both Eckes and Dean. Not sure he's going to have enough time. He's chased them down from a long way behind.
Out of the Joe Gibbs Racing stable. So no surprise that that car's fast. Everything that rolls out of the Gibbs garage has speed.
That's right. Driving for Kyle Busch tomorrow night.
Yep.
So you know that's going to be a good effort in the 51 truck.
But they're all chasing Sheldon Creed. He's the series points leader, a winner this season just a couple of weeks ago at Michigan, his first win. Harrison Burton, one of those that's hoping for a caution to bunch him back up and maybe have another shot on a restart, Jim.
Yeah, after that 3-wide run and the panic on the pit box by his mom, Kim, it settled into where the spotter that's been with these young men for his entire late model career, Brandon Lyons, that spotter, Brandon Lyons, turned into a cheerleader saying, hit your mark, stay in your line, stay focused, and he's now caught him. He's now within 3.5 seconds, or just a little over. That's 2 seconds better than he was about 15 laps ago. So he's chomping away in this Dex Imaging Toyota to get to these leaders. But yeah, that caution would help a bunch for this young driver. 17 years of age, already a winner here in ARCA at Pocono.
Eckes and Dean side by side for fourth.
Dean just made that outside line work.
Well, we've seen a lot of side-by-side racing on a one-group racetrack.
We sure have. Eckes is able to make the move. Now let's see if he can cross it over. Dean's back to the inside.
Gus Dean with the crossover on Eckes as they go battling, and Riley Herbst is hanging right there in the shadows. So Eckes gets the spot from Dean, and now Herbst eyes an opportunity to get inside the 32.
See if he can drive it hard down in turn number 1. Contact.
Seen a lot of rubbing tonight, and Herbst does indeed get that position.
Gus Dean's car seems to be a little bit off getting down in the corner. That allows those guys to pull up beside him. Then from the center off, he's as good or better than them. But they got in the corner so hard they made contact, moved him up the racetrack a little bit.
Less than 10 to go. A little contact here between Eckes and Dean as well, possibly.
Absolutely. See, he drives hard down in the corner, then to make a little bit of contact.
Riley Herbst had a good view of it.
You see Eckes slide up into the second lane and make contact with Dean.
Seen several drivers use that car on the outside as a little bumper to get your pass made.
Well, 8 tires bets are better than 4 for sure.
How about it? Sheldon Creed continuing to lead the way. Coming to 5 laps to go for Sheldon Creed. With a comfortable advantage as long as something doesn't go wrong. But remember, as this lap traffic, as he's got some of it up in front of him, got to be careful, because one little bit of getting up out of the groove and you can lose time in a hurry, as you see Jeff Stankiewicz, his crew chief, there on the right side of the screen.
Vince Sheldon had an 18th place finish with trouble at Hickory. Otherwise, his worst finish this season, 4th.
Terrific. And Stankiewicz deserves a lot of that credit. The guys that put that car together, build it. Stankiewicz, the leader of that group. And to have a driver like Sheldon Creed who can wheel it, it's not by accident. This young man is out front. Your championship points leader and working on his 2nd win of the season.
During practice at Charlotte, Sheldon actually got into the wall, and Jeff Stankiewicz and his guys made the repairs that they needed, and he ended up finishing 3rd in that race. Been a solid season here for Sheldon Creed and this MDM team.
There's the 15 of Eckes, who's led 35 laps. The only other driver to lead tonight besides Creed, and he and Sheldon Creed had a couple of good battles on restarts. Ultimately, that was the decisive moment where Creed was able to get around Eckes after a restart battle, and now Eckes is going to be charged with trying to hold off the 18 of Riley Herbst for 4th, as Herbst is on the move.
Coming to 2 laps to go this time. Herbst is going to be able to get to him. Not sure he's going to have enough time to make the move, Vince.
2 laps remaining. Eckes and Herbst, that's for 3rd place. But everybody's chasing that young man, the 28 of Sheldon Creed, with a 2-second advantage over 2nd place Chase Purdy. Creed comes around, the white flag, the final time around for Sheldon Creed.
Just a great drive here by Sheldon Creed.
Coming up on Kenny Schrader up ahead of him. Schrader back in the 11th spot. The tail end of the lead lap. Creed through 3 and 4. He's going to do it tonight. The winner for the second time this season, Sheldon Creed, victorious at Gateway.
Eckes is going to hold on in that battle for fourth.
Chase Purdy, Harrison Burton, Christian Eckes, and Riley Herbst rounding out the top 5. But Sheldon Creed is the winner of the Papa Nicholas Coffee 150. His second victory in the ARCA Racing Series this season. The points leader for a reason. Impressive tonight, leading 85 of the 120 laps. Exciting one tonight here at Gateway in the ARCA Racing Series. Sheldon Creed the winner. Harrison Burton finished third.
It is 4th of 10 races this year, guys. Harrison Burton again impressed in the number 12 machine for MDM Motorsports. You were really good on the long runs. That car was flying.
Yeah, we were really good on the long runs. I just needed to get my restarts together. They were pretty disappointing tonight. You know, it's hard. You jump from car to car. I ran like 4 different cars, and they all got different gear ratios every week, and I was just struggling tonight. And I just need to get better at restarts, man. That's my biggest weak point, I think. And once I get in a race, I feel like I'm really good. I just need to get going better, and you know, got to go to work, got to get better.
But you also proved this is not a one-groove racetrack. 3-wide race in there for a while.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, once we came down and got those 4 new General tires on, it was a little sketchy, but we had fun, and that's what it's all about. You got to race really hard here to get past track position. I see my mom was pretty scared, like usual, but yeah, it was something that is cool about ARCA racing is there's always hard racing no matter where you are.
That's Harrison Burton, another strong top 5 run tonight.
Thank you, Jim. And Sheldon Creed with the victory tonight and continuing with the stronghold on his championship or potential championship. And certainly as you look at the standings, he's bumped that up by 100 points over the lead that he had coming in to tonight's race.
Gained a solid 100 points on Zane Smith. See Riley Herbst back there in third, 330 points out. Then a good battle for 4th, 5th, 6th.
Chase Purdy, Travis Braden, Gus Dean, Natalie Decker, Brett Holmes, Joe Graff, Con Nicolopoulos rounding out the top 10. Well, Christian Eckes gave it a shot tonight. Just came up a little bit short, ended up 4th. He's with Dylan.
Yeah, he was kind of on the short end there of that battle with Sheldon Creed at the end there. Christian, what are your thoughts just kind of on that restart and then the battle there towards the end?
You know, my team brought me a great car. You know, unfortunately, things didn't go our way. I'm not really sure what happened. Either he got in my left rear, packed some air, but just kind of sent me up the racetrack and you know, unfortunately put us behind. And you know, it was so hard to pass today. But you know, General Tire gave us a great tire to race on today, and it was very, very raceable. But the track, you know, top really came in more than I thought it was going to, and you know, Gateway did a great job making it a lot raceable compared to last year. So, you know, as a whole, I guess there's a replay there. I'm not really sure, but like I said, the guys brought me a great car. It's just unfortunate, you know, that we don't come home with the finish we deserve.
Did you learn anything tonight you can apply to the truck race tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like I said, the grip, or I don't really know what they put up there, but you know, whatever it was, it really came in more than I thought it was, and I think it's going to be a big factor in the truck race tomorrow. And you know, we had a really good truck today. We were first in the first practice, and I think we were 9th or so in the final practice. So there's really something to look forward to tomorrow. But you know, we go to Iowa next with this team, and I'm really excited about it.
Christian Eckes comes home in the 4th spot. Jim Trado is with our 5th place finisher.
Another driver that's racing tomorrow night here on Fox Sports in the Truck Series is Riley Herbst, driver for Kyle Busch Motorsports. You had a busy day today, but this race was eventful for you. Raced through the field at least 3 times.
Yeah, definitely. We had to come back and forth a lot. I can't thank General Tire enough for bringing us a good tire, so I could go through the back and forth a lot and pass as many cars as I did.
You got in the wall once, you got the caution you needed, then that penalty. But when you got in the wall, what's that car feeling like? Is that going to help you tomorrow night as well?
No, on the wall was totally me. I was just trying to get as much as I can. We're on the edge 110%, so I was driving it to the ability, and I just pushed it a little too far there. But we were able to bounce back, get the lap back, and everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing gave me a great car. And just clean air is king. You've seen it from Sheldon. So if you had clean air, you're going to win the race. And we got stuck back in the pack a couple times, so that hurt us.
I caught you jogging between the ARCA garage and the NASCAR Truck Series garage. What did you learn tonight that will help you tomorrow?
Clean air, like I said. I mean, if you clean air, ain't nobody can pass you here. So, but the top lane definitely came in a little bit, which is kind of interesting. We'll see how it works tomorrow. It was fun, but hopefully we can have a better run and a result tomorrow.
A pair of second-place finishes and a pair of top 5 fifth-place finishes here in the last 4 Super Speedway races for Riley Herbst and his team.
Yeah, impressive showing from Herbst, and we'll look forward to him in the trucks tomorrow. Qualifying tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, and then Camping World Truck Series race day at 8, with the race getting underway a little after 8:30 over on FS1. You'll see it all.
Yeah, can't wait for tomorrow. We saw this racetrack got pretty racy here tonight. Can't wait to see what the truckers do tomorrow night.
Sheldon Creed, the winner tonight at Gateway, his second victory of the season, increasing his lead in the points championship, and you see what's ahead for Creed and company, including next week on FS1 at Chicagoland Speedway.
As you mentioned earlier, it's 11 weeks in a row for these guys. That'll end up at Pocono on the 27th, that we'll have right here on FS1.
Of course, the season wraps up at Kansas Speedway in October. Well, this is the halfway point in the season, Phil. 10 of 20 in the books. And anybody catch Sheldon Creed?
I think so. We just had a tough break that time for Zane Smith. It's been so good, though. 3 wins already. So I think it's still going to be a battle all the way to the end.
You see next week, Chicagoland Speedway on Thursday.